Jannik Sinner, this is a special tournament, we'll all miss Djokovic. The world's number one in the ATP rankings is already in Turin, where the tournament featuring the world's top 8 players will begin this Sunday. Noel is an important player and person in Italy, he's given so much, and the fans wanted to see him. We feel it a lot, and we'll all miss him a bit, but this is sports, sometimes a player has to skip tournaments. World number 1 Jannik Sinner made these comments at the launch of the Lavazza calendar, in which he's featured, in reference to Djokovic's absence from the ATP finals in Turin. We start Sunday and hope to have a great tournament, he added. When asked if there is a rival he particularly fears, he responded, "It's hard to say, here we have the top 8 in the world, so honestly, I'd say everyone. This is the first time in 12 months that I'm playing again in Italy, and I'm very happy. Turin is important to me, and this is a special tournament. Last year went very well, and I hope this year will be the same. The start of the tournament will be very important," he said. A victory in the first match would be huge, so we're raising our preparation level, and I'm really putting in a lot of effort to improve. We're still getting used to a slightly slower court, but we're training every day. This is a tournament where you have to be at 100% right from the start, so we're doing our best to prepare. Sinner emphasized, Turin is always very important, and I feel a lot of warmth and support from the Italian fans, and we hope to have a great tournament. The organization here has been perfect, it improves every year, and both I and the other 7 players are thrilled to play in Turin, he concluded. Sinner already training in Turin, the court is slower than last year. Jannik Sinner was the first to arrive at the Nitto ATP Finals in Turin, which begin on November 10th. As the only Italian player in the draw, he was quick to test out the court conditions and shared his impressions at a promotional press conference with some of his sponsors. Here are some of his most interesting statements. Thanks to Uba Tennis, where we hear the world number 1 discussing the event, Novak Djokovic's absence, and the potential he still has yet to reach. The world number 1 has already set foot on the main court of the Nitto ATP Finals, where he spoke about Djokovic's absence. We're all going to miss him. First impressions upon arriving in Turin. Last year, I played very well here, even though I ended up losing in the final, but each year the situation is different. The first step will be to start in the best possible way. The goal is to go match by match since the future can't be predicted, but it's clear this will be a very important tournament for me. After the first practices, it feels like the court is a bit slower than last year, so I still have a few days to reach my peak before the first match. Starting with a win would be very important. On keeping calm on the court. It comes quite naturally to me. On the court, I always try to remember not to waste energy that I might need for the next point. I'm generally a calm person, and that helps me. But on tour, every player is different. Even off the court, I'm the same, just a fairly simple guy. My days aren't anything extraordinary, but I do devote a lot of time to my work. Striving for his best self. At 23, you're not yet at your full potential, physically, mentally, or with your tennis. I still make mistakes sometimes, and that's normal. Right now, I think the physical aspect will be very important, but I'm also working on introducing some variations in my game, improving my net play and serving better. I'm not as consistent with my serve as I'd like yet, but I feel I've made a lot of progress since last year, so I'll keep working on it heading into 2025. Behind the player. We are not machines, we're people trying to do the best we can day by day. Some invest more time in training, some less. I personally invest a lot. For that, I need people around me who help me stay well, and that's essential. Often, only the results are looked at. If you win a tournament, it means you did well, if not, you didn't. This season has been very tough and challenging, but I've managed to stay focused on what I needed to do. That doesn't mean I was always doing well, but I am making a huge effort to keep improving. Djokovic's absence in the tournament. Noel has given a lot to the Italian fans, and it's normal that people want to see him play. We're really sorry he's not here with us, but that's sports, sometimes a player skips tournaments. The season has been long, but anyway, we'll have 8 great players here, so let's hope for an exciting tournament. Of course, we'll all miss Noel. Former Djokovic coach weighs in, Carlos Alcaraz or Jannik Sinner? Joran Ivanišević, Djokovic's former coach, believes that Noel is still the best in the world, yet sees Sinner as better than Alcaraz. Ivanišević, who was asked in an interview with Tennis Majors about the debate that's been ongoing in the tennis world for months, who's better, Carlos Alcaraz or Jannik Sinner? Ivanišević, who will soon be coaching Elena Rybakina, has no doubts, when they're at their best, I think Sinner is better. He's more consistent throughout the match, whereas Alcaraz can go from hitting incredible shots to making easy mistakes. This year, Carlos has had some losses that I can't explain, he said. As Djokovic's coach, Ivanisevic maintains that his former player remains one of the best in the world, even in an era where young talents like Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz are emerging with force and showcasing high levels of play. Ivanisevic argues that despite the remarkable advancement and energy these young players bring, Djokovic remains at the top and has not fallen behind in the race for the title of best in the world. According to Ivanisevic, Novak's talent and experience are decisive factors that keep him at the same level as Sinner and Alcaraz. When Novak really wants to play, he's still the best in the world, says Ivanisevic, highlighting Djokovic's ability to elevate his game at key moments. In his view, the Serbian not only retains the talent and tenacity that have always defined him, but he also still has the ability to challenge the new generation and solidify his place as a living legend in tennis. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, because here at Tennis Zone, we're dedicated to bringing you the best information for the best audience. We provide in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and complete coverage of everything related to the world of tennis. Join our community and be a part of the excitement of tournaments with us. Additionally, at Tennis Zone, we strive to offer you up-to-date, quality content about players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in global tennis.